Waheguru Kaur Khalsa, Waheguru Ki Fateh. Today I want to talk a little bit about Yogi Bhajan's tantric yoga group that includes SikhNet and 3HO's connection with this RSS. And the initials stand for Rashtriya Swami Sevak Sangh, commonly known as RSS. This is a radical Hindu group that wants to have all of India be part of the Hinduvata. They refuse to recognize Sikhs as a separate religion, or Buddhists or Jains for that matter too. Now, my experience was that I was in the Yogi Bhajan Tantric Yoga cult for 30 years or so. And you can see me here in the right-hand corner of this photo, where I spent some time at this Hindu ashram there in Rishikesh. Now, this was before I learned about what true Sikhi was about. And because I was taught by Yogi Bhajan that doing these Hindu pujas and all these Hindu ceremonies was okay, I participated in these things. But in 2009, I started to understand that these things were against the Sikh teachings. So getting back to this ties with the RSS and the 3HO people, you can see here how the 3HO people and Yogi Bhajan's people participate in a lot of these Hindu pujas that are sponsored and hosted by this Puja Swami Chitananda Saraswati. You can see a picture of him here with this 3HO Yogi Bhajan follower, Gurmukh Kaur, who has been aligned with this Swami for a number of years. Now, Yogi Bhajan was also aligned with this Swami as well, and he was said to be one of Yogi Bhajan's best friends, even at this gathering where the 3HO people celebrated the passing of Yogi Bhajan's death, this 10th anniversary of his death. His son-in-law, Satpal Singh, said that Yogi Bhajan was close friends with this Swami. And you can see here Yogi Bhajan doing this puja at the Paramatma Kirtan ashram there in Rishikesh, which was very close to the ashram that I spent time with there in Rishikesh as well. It's just a couple of kilometers up the Ganges River there. So when I was doing these pujas and actively involved in the Yogi Bhajan group, I would go down to this Paramatma Kirtan ashram and participate in these pujas that they would have there. And again, you can see in this picture the same Swami, Puja Swami Chitananda Saraswati is his name, there on the right-hand side, along with Yogi Bhajan's wife, his son-in-law, and his daughter. So this was a puja that was performed with Yogi Bhajan before his death in 2004. Here you can see him again. Now, this Swami met recently with the RSS chief. His name is RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat. And you can see him here on the left-hand side where this Yogi Bhajan Swami is giving him this encyclopedia of Hinduism. So this shows a direct tie with Yogi Bhajan's group and this RSS through this Swami Chitananda. Now, there was also an article in the Indian newspapers which showed this meeting with this Puja Swami and the RSS chief. You can see here, where they are declaring in this Hindu newspaper how the Hinduvata is the goal of these RSS people to convert people to the RSS and to have all of India be part of the Hindu religion. That's their goal. So there's, like I said again, there's this direct connection with Yogi Bhajan and this RSS and this Swami there at the Paramatma Kirtan ashram. And you can see where Yogi Bhajan was given Hindu last rites by this same Swami. You can see him there in the picture. Yogi Bhajan's photo was put there with this big Shiva statue on the left there, and his wife and 2 sons, daughter, and other 3HO members participated in this Hindu last ceremony rites for Yogi Bhajan. So this gives the direct tie there with Yogi Bhajan and this Puja Swami. You can see here how the Paramatma Kirtan Ashram celebrated that Hindu last rites ceremony. They even put it in their newsletter. You can see it right here, there. So SikhNNN, Sikh News Network, did an excellent report on this Hindu last rites of Yogi Bhajan. There was a couple of years ago. And SikhNet and the other 3HO people refused to respond to that. And so you can see again this direct tie with the RSS and the Yogi Bhajan people. They perform a lot of yoga festivals there at this Paramatma Kirtan Ashram. You can see here one that was advertised for this, what they call an auspicious date, 11/11/11. You see that big Shiva statue there, and the 3HO people worshipping here at that Paramatma Kirtan Ashram. Now, SikhNet's supports this as well. Let there be no doubt about it. The Gurmustic and Garuka support these actions of Yogi Bhajan. This Puja Swami from Paramatma Kirtan Ashram was hosted several times in Espanola. He spoke at the Solstice Gathering, and SikhNet reported on this. And so they're aligned with this thinking as well, with the Hinduvata goals of the this Paramatma Kirtan Ashram and the 3HO. Here you can see Gurmukh Kaur again participating in these Hindu fire pujas, Homa fire pujas there at the Paramatma Kirtan Ashram. She brings a lot of these yoga students who are innocent yoga students there and participate in these pujas that she leads, and also this Swami, Chitananda Saraswati. She, in fact, even hosted an event at her yoga studio in LA here recently. You can see her here with this same Swami and at their yoga studio, and you can see the Shiva statues there. This was in the parking lot there in Hollywood of her yoga studio. And so the Swami is very, very active in the 3HO activities. Here you can see her, one of the 3HO Sikh Dharma International board members getting a Hindu shawl from this same Puja Swami, who again is directly tied to this RSS chief, this Mohan Bhagwat, who has said recently, the RSS does not consider Jains, Sikhs, and Buddhists as different from Hindus. And this is the goal of the RSS, to completely wipe out the Sikhs, to completely absorb Sikhi into the Hindu Vata thinking. That's their goal. And so, yet, the Yogi Bhajan people, they collaborate with this Swami. Here is Yogi Bhajan's son-in-law, the Satpal Singh. He calls himself a Baisab, and he associates with this Puja Swami and quite reverent of him. Here you can see this Sanatana Kaur, who's a famous 3HO singer, and she's getting again this shawl and bowing, giving reverence to this Swami here. And you can see Guru Singh there in the corner. He's again that board member there from the 3HO people. They have a lot of ties. And it's not just a brief encounter with this or interfaith type of meetings with this Swami. They directly involve themselves in a lot of the activities at the ashram there in Rishikesh. You can see here again this advertising to do this Krishna puja there in Gurmukh Kaur's parking lot there in Los Angeles. This was just a couple months ago. I went down there and protested that event. Devotional chanting to Krishna. Here you can again see Gurmukh getting a bindi or tika, eye of Shiva they call it, from this Swami. Here you can see these Yogi Bhajan Midi Piti Academy students who are getting instruction from this same Swami there in the Pramatya Kirtan ashram in these Shiv Shakti practices. These are against Sikh teachings, and they shouldn't be doing this type of thing. They should be learning Gurbani, but yet they go and they participate in these retreats there at the Pramatya Kirtan ashram. When I was there in Rishikesh, before I knew about this, I witnessed the Midi Piti Academy students of Yogi Bhajan going there and getting instruction. Here you can see this Gurmukh Kaur here. Sorry for the picture looks a little cut off there, but you can see that she's getting this devoting worship to this Hindu goddess there with this same Swami there. Now, the Swami's been hosted several times at the 3HO events. You can see him here giving a lecture with all the 3HO people at what they call this solstice gathering there in New Mexico. And again, many, many ties. You can see the 3HO leadership with this same Swami. Now this Sadasat Simran Singh, I believe is his name, with the Charity Kala Jata, is getting another robe from this Hindu Swami, participating in their events. Gursant Singh, who's a leader in the 3HO people, the reverends. Now this is Yogi Bhajan with Indira Gandhi, who of course everyone knows how she attacked the Golden Temple, Indira Gandhi. Yogi Bhajan was collaborating with Indira Gandhi. I interviewed a Sikh gentleman a few months back who says that he was with Satyanarayana Singh Bhinwalaji, who said that Yogi Bhajan and Indira Gandhi plotted against him to assassinate Sanji. And so you can listen to that interview that I did with a Sikh gentleman who was a brigadier general at the time in the Indian Army. And so this shows, again, Yogi Bhajan's ties to the RSS and these Hinduvata things. Now, Yogi Bhajan was more of really a Hindu than Sikh. He did all of these pujas. This is his picture of his ranch there in Espanola. You can see the Ganesh idol there next to his tombstone and his meditation place there. And he had a lot of these Hindu idols around his ranch there. They're still there. In fact, this is right there at the entrance, this big Ganesha there at the entrance to his ranch there in Espanola, New Mexico. And of course, like I said, I didn't know about the un-Sikh-like activities of Yogi Bhajan. I didn't know that they were that way back then. So I really was shocked when I learned about these different un-Sikh-like activities of Yogi Bhajan and how they were against the Sikh Maryada. But again, Yogi Bhajan, he was more Hindu. I met a Swami or Pundit there in Rishikesh when I was living there, and he said that he had done many astrology readings for Yogi Bhajan and done many pujas for Yogi Bhajan's family. And again, Yogi Bhajan's surname is Puri, which is more a Hindu surname. His mother was Hindu, and so it's understandable that he would be more attracted to this Hindu Vata type of thing. So this is a Jyotish chart that Yogi Bhajan did, and I know he was really into this Hindu astrology because I witnessed him doing many astrology readings and things for people. Okay, I hope this was informative and showed the ties of the RSS and Yogi Bhajan. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.